You guys are active, but apparently that's what happens when YouTube decides to give you guys XP. I did not realize that. Going forward, I will officially be giving all of you 5 XP per comment, okay? Just 10 XP per comment on a video, 5 XP per comment on a live stream. It's magical XP, you have to track it yourself, but you will get the XP. But, surround me, I can earn XP on YouTube now. YouTube has been gamified. It's on. Honestly, with the way you guys are talking, it does feel like they know what they're doing, but it might get boring, so we'll see. Hey, surround me, just like that, I dropped to number 2 on the leaderboard. Wow. This most recency, if it's tied, does recency go? Because your comment was longer. I feel you should be number 1, at least based on those 2 comments alone. Nat, gotta keep engaged, consuming the content, no slacking. That algorithm, good afternoon, campers. What time is it in Vietnam? It's late, that's what time it is. Saying hi to get a crown. Oh my gosh, I love this crown system. Nat's currently number 2, it's only midnight. Nat, wow, I'm loving this contest. So at me, I don't even see a crown by you. Are you number 1? So at me, who's number 1? Where's number 1? I don't see a number 1. So I mean, when I look on YouTube, I see a crown for number 3 by Stacy, a crown for number 2 from Nat. Oh, and Brian. Brian has number 1? What is this system? What is this system? Okay, we're gonna keep out of here. Good afternoon. Looks like only top 3 get crowns. Brian's number 1. I need to up my BGC consumption and interaction back to watching all videos every day. Good afternoon, Nat. Okay, I'm just getting caught up in all the general stuff. Mikolaj, pozdrawiam you. I don't know that one yet. I know how to say yapko. Mężczyzna yi yapko, something like that, or I don't know. I started learning Polish on Duolingo, and then I got annoyed at Duolingo because of the way it works. So I'm now deciding whether I want to learn Polish on a different platform, or alternatively just not bother to learn Polish. I will figure that out later. But I can say yapko and mężczyzna. And I feel I forgot the rest of everything I learned. I learned like 7 words. I'm down to 2. Mężczyzna is a man and yapko is an apple. There we go. I think my AeroPress is broken. I made coffee, drank it, then fell back asleep. I don't know if does that mean your AeroPress is broken? Did it taste like coffee? Because if you drank something that wasn't coffee and you thought it was coffee, you're broken. The AeroPress might be broken too, but you're broken if you thought a non-coffee beverage was coffee. Yeah. Where's the cat? Mikolaj, there's no cat right now. So just in general, I don't know. The rest of the videos are going to be, first of all, thank you for all your feedback on Monday's video. Overall opinions were that cat interruptions are welcome and appreciated, but possibly also be mindful of how much they're interrupting, which is great. Again, gameplay videos, I think I'm going to be locking him out. Reviews, I don't know, case by case, but every video is going to be case by case. But part of it is what my sensitivity is, and part of it is what your sensitivity is. But the 2 things that I think are the opposite ends of the spectrum, almost for sure, is I will always be keeping him out of gameplay videos. I wouldn't be able to focus on the gameplay if there was a cat running around. I just wouldn't. And then on the reverse end of that spectrum, he's almost always going to be welcome in live streams. But welcome is different than grabbing him. Right now he's sleeping. He frequently shows up down here because he knows that's where I work. So he's either sleeping upstairs and will stay upstairs, or he's going to show up at some point. He's welcome, but I'm not currently grabbing him. ACS, when do I level up? When you are more active, when you are more loyal. You have to be loyal. You have to pledge allegiance. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing loyalty. Maybe I can lead level 3, possibly. I want all the XP. I want powers and abilities. I want a crown. Nat, it's normal. I need something to wake up. Oh, it's normal? I need something to wake me up? Again, did you think it was coffee? That's the part I'm missing here. So if I spam in comments, do I get a million XP? In my heart, always. But right now, you have the crown already. Number 2 crown. I assume there's a recency structure in here. I could be wrong. I assume that YouTube's like, oh, you're currently the most active. I assume. It's fascinating. I like it. It's working. Brian, of course, Brian is number 1. Stacy, it makes me sleepy often, but that might be an ADHD thing, apparently. Okay, Mikolaj, it's a bug, not a system. I dropped to number 4. Nice. The system is rigged. A bunch of us are tied with 75 XP. Most recent to get max XP gets crown. No way to get more XP unless you do a super chat. Is that how that works? I don't know how this works at all. So, Remy, where does it tell you how this works? I've never seen this until today. Don't know. Iwa, you are officially Polish. Awesome. I think the ability to say mężczyzna yi jabłko does not quite grant me a Polish certification of anything. XP restarts at 0 each stream. Wow, these are all these rules. There's so many rules for this system. Why does it cap out at 75? I don't like this. 25 months. Hello, Brian. Thank you for being a member for 25 months. I appreciate you. Danny Gable, there's no crown in my future. Nat, Stacy. I'm just, honestly, nothing is going on right now. There's been like one question, where's the cat? The rest of this is just focusing on the system of the crowns. We're figuring it out. Smooth, I'll play for a crown too as long as I can log in on BG Stats. Oh, you can log anything on BG Stats. I one time logged a game of hide and seek on BG Stats. I'm not proud of it, but I got an extra game in there. Hide and seek is not a board game. I have some degree of shame for what I did. Oh, we got a super chat. Super chats are probably worth the most crowns. I believe $100 super chats get you like 124 crowns, and you can't otherwise get that high. So, but specifically tied to $100 super chats. Also, ACS, thank you for the super chat. I believe dark roast can have less caffeine. I think the longer it roasts, the more it burns away. I know nothing. I drink coffee. I'm not an expert on coffee. Danny Gamble, meow. Swab me. Definitely dark roast is less caffeine. That's why dark roast is served after dinner. I know nothing on this. Swab me. Loyalty test on BGC. Board Game Officer. Hello, hello, hello. Smooth Rivera. Cats are better than dogs. It's going to be very divisive, but in my opinion, yes, absolutely. A fun fact: in the Game Found offices, they actually, one of the questions they ask you when you join is, are you a cat person or a dog person? And cat people are winning in the Game Found offices. Fun fact there. Outside of that, what I have noticed recently as a cat owner, as a new cat owner, I have noticed a degree of bias and I've noticed a degree of bias towards minorities in all the superstores that I don't like, which is every time you go into a store, the dog aisle is like this big and the cat aisle is like this big. I don't know where this garbage started, but I am not okay with it at all. It feels very wrong that the cats that are so much better than dogs, in my opinion, get this much space compared to the dogs getting that space. Even the toys, there's like a whole aisle of dog toys and there's like a little crate of like cat toys. It's crazy. It's crazy. This cat bias cannot stand. You can super chat to get XP, pay to win confirmed. Absolutely, because over here, I had a whole tie-in joke I wanted to make about that whole poll about gaming. I can't remember what it's called, but stop killing games. Stop killing games. But I was gonna tie it into what you said, and I realized it doesn't work, and then I just moved on. Jess, I saw another live stream. Good to know. It was definitely coffee. Good to know. But that means your thing wasn't broken if you know it was coffee. Ryan, max XP is 75. I don't like this at all. Have you played All Planets for Unsettled in the background? Any faves? I've played All Planets in the base game. The planets, honestly, so fun fact on Unsettled. As much as I love Unsettled, the planets I don't find to be super interesting. The corporations, yes. Corporations, I love those. My favorite there is probably the diagonal one where you can merge, you can jump different paths as you level up. I find there's so much ability to mess with the system on that one, but I like them a lot. I like the corporations a lot. Planets, they're all fine. I play with them for variety's sake, but like there's some I don't like that ice one where you kind of have to fit in, like, it's really hard to fit your polyominoes in. That's tough, but like overall, the planets I like for variety, but I don't like any particular one. ACS, boom, super chat. Swap me, boom, super chat. So we got some points going on over here. Stacy, 5 BoardGameCo gift memberships. All of you are too fun. YouTube, do more of this. Do more of this. It's working. They're giving me money. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Jess, how to tell us a group of gamers. Turn this into a challenge. Holy, that was 500 XP. Wait, what? 99 cents equals 10 XP? What? Oh my gosh, YouTube. I feel I should send YouTube a thank you letter. This is gonna be super fun for the next like 2 streams until it gets boring. Nat, adding this gamified. We covered that. My comments are coffee. My comments are coffee are being restricted. My comments on coffee are being restricted. Oh yeah, it's genius. Let's make Alex rich. I am here for it. Our cat is watching live with us now. Awesome. Nat, it's funny because here in Vietnam, the cat toy food aisle is 90% of the pet shop. It's reversed. Wait, 1 second. You're saying cats versus dogs in Vietnam get 90%? So the cats get 90% and dogs get 10%? I will say, because I want to be consistent, morally consistent, I'm not okay with that level of oppression either. But I am less not okay with it. Jacob Justice, Brass Pittsburgh. Yes. Who's excited about Brass Pittsburgh? Because 14,000 people are excited about Brass Pittsburgh, and it's been less than 24 hours. I think it's been less than 24 hours. Yeah, it's been 24 hours. It's been 24 hours since they announced it, and it's 14,000 people following the campaign. Who wants to take little side bets on how well you think that campaign is going to do? Because I bet it's going to do well. It's the number one ranked game of all time as of now. The last campaign did 14,000 backers, and since then it's only gotten more and more attention. So, and now assuming they have a back catalog, I don't know if they will, but assuming they have a back catalog, you're looking at Brass Pittsburgh. I don't know if they're doing another one, so it's gonna be Brass Pittsburgh plus the back catalog. That's 3 versions of Brass. I think that campaign can do well. So I mean, most cats don't like to play as much as Siberians. Siberians are basically low maintenance dogs. I love my Siberian so much. It's insane. So I mean, it's insane how much I love Calcifer. Like, maybe I'm more of a dog person than I thought, although I still like cats. I don't think I'm a dog person, but Calcifer is so much fun. Like right now, the newest thing he does is like we wrestle. Like he like tries to bite and nibble and scratch my arm, but not like bite and nibble and scratch. Like nibble, like fake scratch and play bite, and like we like just go back and forth. I have strong feelings towards my cat. Ryan, generous Stacy, nice, thank you, Stacy. Nat, I think Stacy's trying to get more XP. Yep, gift memberships don't. What? Gift memberships don't gain XP? That is criminal. That is absolutely criminal. Iwa, I can confirm by Siberians being kind of dogs. Ours plays fetch. Yeah, so I know Siberians also. I know Swebme's Siberians also play fetch. Swebme, what did you do for as far as training them? Like I'm looking into training stuff now, but I'm curious what you've done as far as how to train your cats, because I'm going to be focusing on that because I only got a cat so that she could pop up. Mine's a he, so that he could pop up on my shoulder just when I snap my fingers or just tap it. I want that shoulder jump that you have yours trained to do. That's the entire reason I got a cat. I mean that and my kids wanting a cat. That's probably the other one. Cats in Vietnam get 90%. That is insane. Nah, that's because dogs are. I will not finish that sentence. Borgen Garden. That name sounds so funny. Which name? Calcifer? Calcifer? Jenna, assuming you're talking about Calcifer, Calcifer is the name, I don't know if you know this, you might already know this, but it's the name of the fire from Howl's Moving Castle. So fun fact, the way we got the name Calcifer is we were choosing different names, trying to come up with stuff. I talked about this last time, but the very short, I'll do the short version. Short version is my daughter came up with the short list. We kind of all agreed we liked Ember from the short list because the cat's red, so like fiery, so we liked Ember. And then the next day we kind of said, what about Calcifer? And we're like, no, that's a cute name, it's good, but we like Ember more. And the next day my daughter and I were both together, we were like, I think we like Calcifer more. And it took 2 seconds to change the rest of the household's mind. And Calcifer is the little fire from the fire demon for Howl's Moving Castles. And also I get to call him Cal all the time, which I really liked. So there's that. Ryan, I can't be excited about Pittsburgh until I finally play my copy of Birmingham. That's not true. I mean, it's irresponsible to buy it, but you can be excited. ACS, I literally just got Brass. I have no interest unless it does something actually different. It does do something actually different. I don't know what, but I do know that Gavin, who's the head of Brass or designer the head of Roxley, designer of Brass, he posted on BGG that each Brass game that they put out has to live on its own merits. It cannot just be another iteration. It has to be something added to the game that really makes it a different experience. So it is going to be different. Better is a whole different conversation. Jason, the fact that it doesn't really seem to involve Martin Wallace, I'm not sure I'm in. I hear you on that. I will say my understanding, and I could be wrong, is I believe Birmingham was a combination of Gavin Brown and Martin Wallace. Does my box is over there. I think it's both. So I think the original was Martin Wallace. Then the subsequent ones were Gavin plus Martin Wallace, and now it's just Gavin. Seemingly, I don't fully know. I haven't looked into a ton, but that seems to be the thing. But I do get the reservation around that. Nat, dogs seem far less popular as a pet. It's actually been very frustrating because we got looks and comments quite often despite the complex we live in, apparently being dog friendly. You get looks and comments for having your dogs? That's sad. I'm sorry about that. Brian, the Board Game Garden. Good afternoon, Jenna. Hello, Brian. Reese, thank you for the membership. Nat, Swabme, this is very true. We've passed by quite a few dog meat shops. Oh, no. Wait, this is serious? That's a little dark. Alex, rank your kids including Calcifer. Sure, absolutely. So keep in mind, all rankings of my children are always based on this moment in time. They also frequently change on a regular basis. All my kids have been number 1, and all my kids have been number 4 at any given point in time. But if I rank my kids including Calcifer at this moment in time, Calcifer is number 1. That's no offense to my kids, but Calcifer is Cult of the New and so freaking cute. So Calcifer is number 1 today. Now, if you asked me, rank your children, including Calcifer, based on which ones you would pull out of a burning building, Calcifer would be dead last, unfortunately. But if I'm just ranking them in terms of how much I like them at the moment, you gotta structure the question. So if I'm ranking them based on how much I like them at the moment, it's going to be today, Calcifer, Ricky, Yoda, Tavi, Rafi. I think it's just age order today. I think it's just age order. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that order. And it does change. It's been all over the place. At different points, different ways, different times, depending on what behaviors have been going on or how kids have been over the past 6 months. But I think today it's just age order. That's interesting. It's not all. I would say it's usually not age order. But that's today. And then, well, I guess Calcifer the youngest, so age order plus a loop. Stacy, Alex, your package arrived. Thank you. Enjoy the game. Because I ran a giveaway. Okay, this problem. I do my usual Patreon giveaways. I sent Stacy a game already. I have not sent everyone else games yet. I need to pick out a few of the other winners. I am good at giving away games. I am not good at giving away games on time. So I give away lots of games on the channel. They're not always on time. Jason, our Sphinx plays catch too. Good to know. Gift memberships were not for XP, so that's okay. Thank you for the gift memberships. I appreciate it. Sweat me. Talia is a natural fetcher. Treats on the shoulder taught Talia to jump up. If you want to know more about potty training, ask Chad. I'm open to potty training. I don't pot for my cat. I don't feel the need for that yet, but I'm certainly open to it. Right now I'm trying to get the shoulder thing. That's the only thing I care about. Boarding Garden. No, Alex. Brass. Brass Pittsburgh is indeed a funny name. I hear you. It doesn't roll off the tongue as much as Brass Birmingham. I will grant that. But it has been growing on me more and more since I first heard it, so there is that. Reese McCarthy, XP, what's that for? Molly McGee, you don't train your cat trains you. It actually reminds me of a comment. I'm watching this video on clicker cat training, and the top comment with like 15,000 likes is, instructions worked, I've watched this video once, and I'm fully trained, only got scratched once. Which was very, very funny. My XP did jump to number 2, which is nice. Jason Brown, very interested in Pittsburgh. Borgen Garden, Calcifer is adorable. Thank you, Jenna. Iwa, we did no training to our Siberian. She trains us. We spoiled her, now it's too late. 7 years later, but we enjoy it. We love her so much. Little Tyrant. Yeah, I'm trying to get ahead of the game on everything. I'm trying to get him used to clipping his nails ASAP. I'm trying to get him used to travel as much as possible. Like, I travel enough that I want the flexibility for him to, like, just... I'm getting used to travel already. Like, putting him in the car and all that. I actually have his harness is arriving today. All those things I'm trying to get him. Touching his paws, like... Everything. I want everything as good as possible. I'm one of those people that researches. I over-research everything, and I'm doing that with the cat right now. And doing my best. Press Meg. He's not fire. He's a very scary demon, okay? Is that Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle, or Calcifer, my cat? Which one is not fire, but a very scary demon? Because both could apply. Reese. Howl's one of my faves. Borgen Garden. Howl's Moving Castle is one of my faves. Both of you. Nice. Lauren, I've trained my cats using simple words. They understand more English than you'd expect. Just practice and reinforce and treat. Yes, I absolutely plan on doing that to whatever capacity I can. Borgen Garden, hey Stacy, hello Jenna, hey Nat. On the box it says Martin Wallace. On Birmingham, right? Does it just say Martin Wallace? Because I know, I don't want to say I know. I'm 99% certain that Gavin, where's my phone? It's in my pocket. Let's pull this up. Brass Birmingham. Let's go to Brass Birmingham. On BGG, and the designers are listed as Gavin Brown, Matt Tolman, and Martin Wallace. Yeah, so those are the 3 names for Brass Birmingham. And Brass Pittsburgh, if they didn't put his name there, that's intentional, and I wonder what that means. Meaning, I think it means he's not involved. But I don't think that would be an oversight. I think if he was involved, they'd put his name on it. Yeah, no. Brass Pittsburgh, ho, 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 okay. I don't know if this is true or not, but on the Brass Pittsburgh page, designers are listed as Gavin Brown and Martin Wallace. So what is this garbage? Who's spreading these horrible rumors? Anything? I don't know. I don't know. Someone tell me what's going on here, because the BGG page says Gavin Brown and Martin Wallace, so I don't know. Why is Martin's name on the box if he has limited involvement? He has limited involvement in what? Birmingham? I mean, if he's involved, putting his name on the box is reasonable. How much is up to you, but you know. Brian, I can buy XP, but can I buy Jenna Friday Vindication expansion plays? Jenna, I don't think Alex saw this, not really. I don't think Alex saw what? The Brian's thingy, because I didn't get to it yet, but now I'm here. Jenna, how much can we pay you? Okay, so we started a fund, $20 already. I'll chip in another $30 right now. Who else wants to chip in? Who wants to chip in for Jenna to officially come down here for Jenna Friday to play Vindication with expansions? And I'll up this offer. I will retract my $30, and I will go, and I'll steal Brian's 20, and I'll go to her place for Jenna Fridays to play Vindication with expansions. So either way, I just need enough of you to pressure her so that this happens, because we were very effective with the Call Catan campaign, and I think just peer pressure is just the best way to get things done in life. So, harass the heck out of Jenna, but politely. Calcifer, Call to the New. Yes. I've been outranked. ACS, you were never in... Oh, wait, you're talking about that. I thought you were talking about the list of my 5 favorite kids. Borgen Garden, I don't think Alex saw this. They're not really. they're not really, I don't know. Brian, may the power of the wallet compel you. Stacy, only if it fits into my schedule? Yes. Question, what are your thoughts on people having game collections? Should people limit their collection or let collectors be collectors? I think people should do whatever is best serving their needs. The tricky part is, A, doing so, they're not even needs. People should do what they want to do that best serves their wants, while doing so in a way that's responsible, meaning, don't spend money on board games you can't afford, and also trying to be mindful of actually enabling what you want versus the perception of enabling what you want. And what I mean by that is, let's say you are a collector of games. Let's say you collect lots and lots of games and you only play 25% of them. If you are doing that and it's working for what you want, because you like the ownership, you like the seeking it out, you like having it available, you like knowing that one day it's there and you can afford to do so, great, as long as it's enabling what you want. If you find the process of doing so is limiting your ability to play, but you just can't stop, even though it's hurting your ability to play the games and you're upset at what's happening, but you just can't stop, that would be bad behavior. Bad is probably the wrong terminology, it applies the moral value to behavior. That would be non-ideal behavior that you should seek to change or get help or whatever it is. But as long as your behavior is accommodating your wants, is not hurting your life, and is actually helping you do what you want, whatever that is, I don't care if you play games, collect them, hoard them, whatever it is, do what's right for you. The problem exists when you hoard games in a way that makes it so you don't play games, even though your stated goal is to play the games, if that makes sense. So that means Brian is winning. We got a 49. What's the 49? Who's that? Petrify. Jenna play Vindication. Go, Jenna, go. Oh, I love this. I love this. I need to play Vindication again. It's been too long. Jenna, you pick the Friday. Again, you can come here. I'll come to you. Either way it goes. All I'm saying is all the funds here, they either are your gas money and hassle. Like literally, there's currently what is it? Where are we at? 49, 20, 20. I said 30, so there's 30 plus 20 plus 20. Was it 29? I can't remember. 40, 20. I think it's 20. So we have 30, 20, 20 is 70, plus 50. There's currently $120 that is either going to me to go to you, or going to you to come to me. You pick, but this is the Vindication, and we have to obviously film it, unfortunately. At this point, people have paid money for this content. Like, you have to, it has to be filmed at this point. I've made it very clear to everyone watching, I will make this happen. It is my highest priority, outside of Calcifer, and my 4 kids, I guess. It's just a question of when Jenna can fit into her schedule. Yeah. Jenna, at this point, you can even buy that freaking cow thingy. Like, that's a cow, I don't know, dot, whatever it is. The bear, you can buy the bear at this point. $120 buys the bear. Okay, where am I up to? Because I lost track because I was jumping around. What are some of your favorite board games based solely on the box art? Oh, I hate that question off the spur of the moment, because there's so many, but like off the box art, I do love the Clue Left May Die cover. I'm just looking around. Clue Left May Die, I love the cover there. The problem is the games that are like the I don't know. There's so many great ones. Oh, Everdell. I think Everdell looks fantastic. Unconscious Mind is fantastic. I'd have to really look. The problem is, I'm sure there's a whole bunch out there that I don't even own, because box art is not a requirement for me for owning it, and vice versa. A bad game I'll get rid of even if it looks good. There are some really pretty games out there. I'd have to look. I did a video on this a long time ago. I did a video of games with the best art with my daughter. This is a long, long time ago. I really want to try Tamashii, but it seems complicated for solo. It's not. Tamashii is accessible. I recommend it. Nat, talking about potty training is giving me war flashbacks to training Faye. Waking up every 3 hours a night to toilet her. Oh, that's not great. You can really go down the rabbit hole of learning how to interact with cats. Not a bad thing. There's just a lot out there. I plan on learning it all. I am nothing if not an obsessive personality. Ryan, hello, Professor Meg. Isn't she gone by now? I feel like she's gone at this point. I'm too behind in chat. Brass Pitmershire. Nope, that doesn't work. Tamashii isn't too complicated. Thank you. I bother my cat so much he's used to everything. The only thing he's not good with is strangers. I'm working on that too. I'm working on introducing him to as many people as possible to get over all these things nice and early. We got a dog Faye used to everything when she was a baby, but then at some point the Shiba Inu kicked in and she throws a fuss at baths and nail clippings. I will do my best to see what I can avoid. Time position, is the Bath series all different games, or is Pittsburgh one just a re-theme? They're honestly, the themes are barely different. I mean, there's like industrialization here, industrialization here, industrialization here. So the themes are all basically the same. They all have different mechanics that lend themselves to the game, though. Jose, pretty sure I saw an interview with Martin Wallace, which he said he had nothing to do with Roxy campaign for Brass Birmingham. What? I don't know if I knew that. I mean, if it's true, it's true. I just don't know if I knew that. Although I think that they're all based on Brass enough that I respect putting his name on the box, although you could also take a cynical view in saying that they're doing it to sell copies. I could hear that either way. The thing I will say is, knowing Roxley, knowing Gavin, who's, at Roxley, I would be inclined to believe that while cynical intent can certainly be present as a subconscious aspect, I would incline to believe that he did it as a credit to the person. Like, it's because you're kind of darned if you do, darned if you don't. If you take an existing game and then you make minor modifications to it and put it out again, you either do put the designer's name in the box and you can be accused of cash grab, just trying to get the people who want the designer's name, or you don't do it and you're accused of giving the designer no credit. So you're kind of darned if you do and darned if you don't, but I didn't know if I knew that at all. Jason, Pittsburgh is based on Brass, which is Martin Wallace's game. I think you kind of have to put his name in there. You see, Jason, I agree with you. Assuming he's willing. If he's not willing, don't do that. Jeff, I was talking about Pittsburgh, Alex. Martin's name is on Pittsburgh, but you're a few minutes behind chat. At this point, I'm 6 minutes behind in chat, based on you typing that at 126 and it being 132 right now. And I'm going as fast as I can today, too, by the way. I'm going pretty darn fast. Nat, I'll pitch in for Jenna Vindication Friday. Awesome. Me, I'll pitch in. I will chip on Jenna Friday, but I want content first, and then I'll pay. Oh, we got more. So Jenna, we got that 120 is apparently going up. So we are at 120 plus right now. Brian, BoardGameCo Garden, polite harassment enabled. It's always got to be polite. I made a big deal about that this week. It's always got to be polite. Stacy, Jason Brown, my thoughts as well. Jacob Justice, Rox's website says, game design, Gavin Brown and Martin Wallace. It's going to happen, people, I promise. I'll chip in rolling directly. I don't want to give YouTube whatever percentage of the money. I want to give it to you. And that is a prince for being that mindful. But Jenna, like at this point, we got to be like, what, 150 to 170, somewhere in that range? Like, who knows? This could be big bucks here. Brian, Petrified, you beast. How are the twins? I need to play Vindication again. It's been too long. I will commit to learning the game, learning the expansions. Brian can pick the expansions that he wants us to play because, I mean, Brian and anyone who contributed money or will contribute money can contribute. Or we can just do like a live stream of just all day Vindication. That's an option too. Or just several videos. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out the details, but you have to be here or I have to be there. One of the two. Apparently you can't spell. Neither can I. Don't worry. Tiny Texture, I'm too broke to vote, so I'm on the Jenna Don't Play Vindication team. It's free. You don't have to contribute money to be on the Jenna Play Vindication team. I don't love that. Because if I make it against money versus not money, the not Play Vindication team is going to be higher. Bergen Garden, thank you guys. Hello. Everyone's doing very well. Jason, I will say Brass and myself over 3 years, and I've only played it twice, but those were good plays, weren't they? They were good plays. Jason, Birmingham, Lulu Teddy, Christian Thompson. I went all in the last Vindication campaign, but I've left the table with it. I would love to see your gameplay with Jenna. So would I. I'm catching up, by the way. I'm only 4 minutes behind. Tactician. I'm calling games right now, but it's games we've played a few times but just moved on from. They were games I bought when I was new to the board games. Everyone has to go through these phases eventually. Everyone eventually gets to a point. They start off with, I will never get rid of these things I love. And then eventually they're like, but I keep getting more of the things I love, and I'm running out of space for the things I love, and I'm not even playing the things I love. Everyone gets there, assuming they keep collecting. I'm calling games. A Board and Garden. Okay, let's do this. How's your September looking, Alex? Busy. September, I have the Dice Tower Retreat, and as of now, that's it. So, outside of Dice Tower Retreat, completely open, probably. Let me just make sure I'm being not too cavalier. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Let's actually look. We're doing this. Okay. Dice Tower Retreat is then. So I can't do the 5th or the 12th, but I could do any of the others. Is that true? Yeah, because I don't think I'm doing WSBG. I don't think. We haven't talked about this. Have we talked about this? Because I know you came last year. If you wanted to go to WSBG, I'm sure I could be convinced to go to WSBG, but I'm trying to be responsible. So the 26th and the 19th are the best ones for me as far as September goes. Meg was here. She popped in and she popped out. She missed all the Jenna Intimidation, which is working, guys. Money does pay for everything. LOL Brian, Meg is free range. She comes and goes as she pleases. This is the best description of Meg I've ever read. I have to find this. I have to remember that at 35 minutes into the chat, we were having fun about this because I need to show it to her. Tactician, I really want to play Vindication as well. It's so good. Indeed, that describes Meg perfectly. I like polite BGC, Alex. Yeah, I like polite. Wait, whoa, that jumped around. I like polite BGC, Alex. I think I'm always polite. I'm a little chaotic, especially when I'm trying to go through chat super fast, but I'm a big believer in being polite. I think that how we can, harassing people politely, that's also fun-ish potentially, although the tricky part with even that game is you never truly know when you're possibly crossing a line. And you have to be mindful of that. You have to be mindful with your friends of when that inside joke that's been going on for 3 years actually annoys him or her every time it comes up. That's something that you have to be careful of, and you have to try to engender a culture of openness within your friends. And you could think to yourself, well, they're my friends, they'll tell me anything. And that's not always true. I think friendships are complicated to manage and to maintain, and you really need to maintain a clear, just clarity. Just there's just clarity above all else. Open communication is such a big thing. At this point, ONEB should sponsor. Honestly, I could probably reach out to ONEB and get them to sponsor something too. We'll see. Tiny Transition, LOL. Wait, whoa. Okay, Meg showed up in a chaotic way. I don't like it, but I'm gonna do this in sequence. I'll play Vindication vicariously through you guys, Board and Garden. I don't think I can do WSBG. I think I'd prefer just coming to you guys and playing games. So would I. Okay, so that works out well for me. Yes, what is the distance we're talking about for this meetup between Jenna and Alex? Like a 3-hour drive or shorter? I think 4, but you know, we'll see. Professor Meg, male YouTuber uses money and influence to pressure female streamers to cross the border for Vindication. True, but also male YouTuber also offers to cross the border as well. So it's at least bi-directional, which makes it slightly better or worse. I can't fully tell. Nat, I want to play politely or ask Alex. Let me try. Hello. Professor Meg, the only way I know how. Meg, were you listening when people were politely describing you as far as, like, what was it again? Meg is free range. She comes and goes as she pleases. Oh, yeah. I think I'm finally caught up to chat, which means I could slow down. So now I need to give myself a moment to slow down. Look at me. I'm Alex, a pleasant person to be around, and make any room I enter that big... Nat, that's not how polite harassment works. You know it. Also, Nat, how are you looking on PAX Unplugged? Fingers crossed for, like, I'm, like, so sad, but also unsure how that's gonna go, because at one point we were really optimistic, but then at a later point it was less optimistic, so I'm not sure. But let me know, Nat. I'm curious. Friend invites friend to play board games and leverages devoted audience to fund expenses. That is absolutely true. Where is Calcifer? Calcifer is upstairs currently. Don't think he's coming down for this stream, just based on the fact that, I mean, we have 20 minutes left. Anything could happen. Nat, please. Yes, it would be great. Nat, if you come, honestly, I haven't gotten... Nat, let me know if you're coming. PAX U, almost definitely not this time. No, but it's still not a possibility. That's sad. But I just remembered, I have actually not got to my PAX lodgings yet. So I need to go and send myself an email to do this. Dun, dun, dun. I need to make sure. Get PAX Airbnb, because I picked one out and then never actually got one. So we'll see there. Is it time to start worrying about CMON delivering all the outstanding games? Not yet. I mean, yes, already, but nothing's changed since then. They're putting out small box games, so they're still here. They're still selling games. They're just staying away from crowdfunding until they rebuild audience trust. I don't know what their game plan looks like. They keep sounding confident while still putting out new stuff, so we shall see whether this is like a death of a company or like the Phoenix Rising kind of situation. I would say, if they same thing I said last time, if they launched a campaign today, I would not back it no matter how much I wanted it, because I just wouldn't be confident at this point. But I'm not losing sleep over my current active pledges because I still have hope. Hope that I've had with other companies and it's come through, and hope that I've had with other companies and I've lost it. So I just remain an eternal optimist in this kind of conversation. I have reasons why I'm optimistic, but there's also reasons to be pessimistic too. BoardGame Gardening, come to PAX U. Stacy, I want to play more. First of all, yes. Nat, I miss you. So, Nat, you're one of the best people I know to spend time with and talk to and interact with. And, like, I don't know what I have to do to get you anywhere within distance of me. But, like, I would love that. That'd be great. You can cue the chat. Where's Meg now? Like, male YouTuber harasses underage-looking male fan to come spend time with him. That's the new line. PAX U, no, come to PAX U. I want to play more games PAX U this year. I want to spend time with people at PAX U. Srebme, you should work in PR. Wait, what did Srebme say? What did Srebme say? Friend and vice friend, that one, yes. Mikolaj, open treats, he will come. So currently Calcifer only likes one treat. I've tried multiple things. I've tried churros, which supposedly all cats love. Calcifer couldn't care less yet. I've tried some degree of like biting treats, but I'm gonna be trying a different brand. I want to try Temptations because the one I tried he doesn't seem to care for, and the reason I want to try Temptations is the only thing he likes so far is Temptations spoons. But that's been trying like 3 treats, so I guess when I say only thing he likes, I mean 1 out of 3, which is not terrible, I guess. Open treats. Okay, enough trolling. What's the ChillisCon? The ChillisCon? I almost want to say WSBG. I mean, there's a little bit of a competition going on there, but it's definitely very chill. I mean, I'll plug Level Up. Level Up currently looks like it's happening this year. It's not 100% sure, but it looks like it's happening this year, probably late March. That's currently the plan for Level Up. When we have more official things, we'll tell you. Jenna, if you come visit me, I'll let you pick the games. Good to know. Jess, what is the likelihood of getting DC United? I don't know. If I was a gambling man... Well, that's a good question. If I was a gambling man and I had to bet $100, would I be more likely to bet $100 that it is coming or isn't coming? I think I'd be more likely to bet $100 that it is coming. I wouldn't want to place a bet in either direction, but if I had to place a bet, I would bet $100 that it is coming. But, and again, I have a variety of reasons, not inside information, things I've talked about on the channel, why I think it's more likely that they deliver. But I could also be wrong. That's the problem. And then I'd be out an additional $100 on top of everything else. Nat, Alex, y'all too sweet. Nat, it's not just me. Trust me. Everyone who's met you has the same thing to say. If it was just me, I'd be like, whatever. But, I mean, I guess I'd probably still hold my opinion. But it's everyone else too. Christian, I'm glad I could catch the stream. I'm from the US, but I'm currently in Scotland for a couple of weeks. I'm having a board game withdrawal. I'm sorry, Christian. You should get into solo gaming. I don't know why I'm lecturing you. Enjoy your Scotland vacation. And I'm sorry about your board game withdrawal. I'm like, it's your fault. You didn't play solo board games. This is on you. Don't know why I went there. Nat, I'll make it happen for sure. I just need to make my life stable. Yeah, do whatever's right for you. But like, I'll put out a full video on the channel being like, we're raising funds and pressure to get Nat to come to PAX U. But like, I don't want to do the pressure part because I know there's good reasons for why you're not. Nat, I'll make it happen for sure. We just did that one. On that note, I have some midnight meetings to attend, so glad to catch you all. Have a great week. Good to see you, Nat. Always a pleasure. Now that you've left, well, I was going to say you opened up the #1 spot, but the #1 spots are all gone. Who has them now? Are they just gone? Are the tags gone? Is the XP over? What happened? Oh, nope, Brian's got #3 still. Okay, cool. Where are we? Best cat treat is the greenies for petite dogs. I want to run upstairs and check. Let me just check this. I don't know. I think the one that I have, greenies for petite dogs. 1 second. Is it actually for dogs? 'Cause I think I have greenies. Because I think the one... Okay, greenies, cat treats. Let me just look over here. I think the one he doesn't like is the greenies brand, but I'm trying to find a bag. I'm not sure. I want to say... I'm trying to open the picture here. I have to go through and look, but I want to say that this is the thing that he's... Can you even see that? I don't even know if you can see that. But I want to say that that's the thing that he is... Greenies Smart Bites. Feline, but it's the feline ones. Feline Greenies Smart Bites. I want to say those are the ones that Cal's not going for currently. Tactician, I want to go to one where I can just play games that I don't get a chance to in a chill environment. Gen Con seems chaotic. Yeah, don't do that. Go to, again, Level Up if you want to do our Archon. Dice Tower East is definitely one. Dice Tower West is definitely one. I think Dice Tower East is a slightly better vibe, but both are fantastic. WSBG is good for that kind of thing. There are a bunch of conventions that are just focused around playing board games. LOL Meg, what did Meg say? I'm like, oh, if you want to come out, you pick the games. There we go. Swebby, actually not petite, the teenies. The teenies. I will reach out to you, Swebby, and find out, because I'm about to place a cat treat order, because I'm currently in the process of training, so I need treats, and the problem with the lickable spoons is I can't do lickable spoons as a treat for every time I cat train them, because it's too big. It's too big of a treat. It's good for bonding, but like, for small stuff, you need to be able to give them like a treat after treat. But, yeah. Swebby, ooh, that could cause some belly aches for cats. Can it? Uh-oh, we got competing cat conversations here. Brian, bye Nat. Level Up Retreat is great. I have 75 XP, so watch out. Careful, Alex. Dog treats are not made for cat digestion. Our cat doesn't like the cat greenies. We've been giving her dog greenies for 10 years without issue, but I hear you, Stacy. That, to me, that conversation right there would be, I have one person saying be careful, I have one person saying 10 years, no issues. I would chat GPT the heck out of that thing. Not that chat GPT is guaranteed to be right, but it would be my third opinion in this conversation. Stacy, I'll look it up. Sweb me, yes, always case dependent. Time tactician. My cat's favorite treats are the Instinct Raw Ingredients Boosters. They can't get enough of them. We call them marshmallows. Instincts Raw Ingredients Boosters. Okay, let me see. Instincts Raw Ingredients Boosters. I love how like this stream is mostly like me sending notes to myself of things to do later, as well as just like, you know, finding out what to get my cat. Interesting. Interesting. So the small little thingies, okay, I'll have to look into them. Can I find them anywhere? Instincts Raw Ingredients. Okay. Freeze-dried raw toppers. I'm going to look into this. I will look into this more and find out because, again, I'm here for the cat treat conversations. Raw boost mixers for gut health. That's a dog one. I need a cat one. Raw cat. Cat. Okay, give me a second here. Raw boost natural dry cat food. Okay. Instinct raw boost mixers, digestive health. Yeah, I got this. We'll find out more later. Alex, did you play? No, I didn't get. Yeah, Alex, did you get to play Kingdoms Forlorn? Any opinions on that? I did not like Kingdoms Forlorn. I played the prototype. I think their games. I think the games from that company, Into the Unknown. I think I'm not the target audience. I don't think it's a good versus bad because their games in general seem to be well received, but not by me. I find them to be too much maintenance and not enough gameplay and too much AI management. Like, if you like things like Kingdom Death Monster, it may well be for you. I've never played Kingdom Death Monster. All I know is their games are not for me. Meg, third place crown is currently 1,075 XP. You need to pay to play. Wow. Yeah. Apparently this crown thing. I love the pay to play situation. It is great for my wallet. Although I will say most of this is going to Jenna, hopefully, depending which direction this goes. Brother Crow, our cat broke into our bag of greenies and ate the whole bag and vomited everywhere. My cat treats are not in an accessible location, but that is a good reminder to make sure it stays that way. Jess, mine got 75 XP and then no changes even after the question, so must get to that level and stay. So Jess, it looks like it's 75 XP until you pay to play, which I don't love that. I really don't. I don't mind. Here's what I don't mind, okay? I don't mind if the pay to play is just so much quicker. That I don't mind. If you're like, hey, boom, $50, even forget the $50, $5 super chat, boom, that launches you up. But it should be that your comments can still keep you going. Like, you should, I guess, they have to be mindful of, like, larger channels. The rules they put in place have to be mindful for, like, if you're, I don't know, who's popular? If you're Smosh doing a live stream or something like that, I don't even know who's popular nowadays, but whatever, Smosh. They need to make sure that you can't just spam your way and break the system. So people operating within good intent or not, but nonetheless, I still feel there's a better way to do that than what they are doing. Like, we have enough AI, we should be able to, like, monitor for, like, is it a spam contribution or is it real contribution? But also, maybe we shouldn't use AI for every comment in a super chat. I don't know. Anyways, I wish it wasn't topping out at 75. YouTube Crown is effectively a mobile game. You can play for free, but if you want to win, you have to pay. Stacy, most cats go crazy for churros. It's squeezed out of a tube. I have churros. I heard that. I researched my cat treats, and it's the first cat treat I got, and he doesn't care. At least now. There is someone on Reddit, there's at least one person on Reddit who's like, yeah, my cat didn't go for churros at first, but now is obsessed with them, so we shall see. But I've tried churros 3 times now. Again, granted, I need to remember sometimes, it's been 9 days. It's been 9 days, so like, I'm like, I've tried it multiple times in 9 days. So I need to give it a little more time, which I will, because I have an entire, like, container full of churros, so they're not going anywhere. I'm not going to bother returning them. We'll see. We'll find out. Most cats go crazy. I heard Kingdoms Forlorn changed significantly from the prototype stage, but if you don't like ATO, I don't think you'll like Kingdom Forlorn. I agree with that, and also I know people who played it during the prototype phase who did like it. So even though it changed, like, I do wonder, like, I just think I might not be the target audience, but we shall see. Have you been involved at all in the development of Spearfire, Board, Nebula? Just curious how things are going on there. No, not currently. We definitely, when we went down, we gave them a lot of meaningful feedback, and supposedly they have plans to loop myself and Meg in when they're, like, ready for the next phase of, like, testing the newest thing, but because they do want us involved in some capacity, because we did give a lot of feedback that I do think guided some things. Like, we're not the designers of the game. We just gave feedback that was taken into account. But yeah, no update currently. I'm very excited for it whenever it does show up, and we'll see. The treat I go crazy for is churros. Are you a cat? 9 days. He's still figuring everything out. Yes, it's been 9 days since he's been here. He loves me, or at least he seems like he loves me. Like, when he's overwhelmed by other people, he retreats to me. So I like that, because that boosts my ego and makes me feel wanted. And I like that feeling. But also because he's freaking cute. He's just so cute. XP restarts to 0 after the stream, so it'll be an equal playing field again next week. But that's not true, because as soon as someone pays $5, like, the 75 XP is wasted. Like, I like the pay to play, but I wish you could comment to play too, even if it's slower. Time to take a decision. I'm a rat. You are a rat with excellent typing skills. So at me. Well, no, I skipped. Brian, makes me wonder if we are going to get Vestige before Spearfire, despite the campaign being ran after. Very possibly. So this does happen with various companies, where a single game can enter development hell, because you have these giant experiences, and you don't anticipate how long it's going to take. But the other things are more business as usual. That can absolutely happen on a regular basis. They've been very transparent. Like, when they were running Vestige, they were very transparent. Like, we under-anticipated how much time this project would take. And, like, we are committed to it, and I believe in Orange Nebula, but it is certainly true that this is one of those campaigns where they were overconfident about how much they could turn around how quickly, and this is going to be one of those development hell projects. The question is how long and when and all those I don't know, but we shall see. What were the kids' reactions to meeting Cal? What was Cal's reactions to meeting the kids? Cal hid, the kids were excited. So for context, the kids had been getting non-stop pictures of Cal, and they were very excited to see Cal. Cal had not been getting non-stop pictures of the kids. So it's kind of a one-way street there. Also, just the level of understanding is a factor too. So the kids kind of swarmed him a little bit until I got them to go back and do one at a time. Like at first they swarmed. Cal was definitely like a little, not like didn't chase him down, but there's still 4 kids who are rowdy and excited next to one small tiny cat. Cal was definitely intimidated. Then I got them to all walk away and do 10 minutes at a time, and they all had fun that way, and they all got to whatever. They are all currently, at this point, Cal likes all of them. Like yesterday was the freaking cutest. Yesterday they were being overwhelming, and and he was hiding on the bed. His new thing is he hides under the bed when he's overwhelmed by them. But then he wanted to go to sleep, and what I've noticed about Cal at this point is sometimes he'll spend some time with you, sometimes he'll run away, but he likes sleeping next to his people. And so he did is like the bed had like the sheets on it. It had sheets and it had an over blanket. So it had a summer blanket and then a throw blanket, whatever it was. And Cal kind of underneath the blankets, he kind of like crawled up the side of the bed, scratching his way up to like claw his way up there underneath the blanket. So you just see a little like you see the blankets and a little like thing is underneath the blankets scooting up. And then he stayed under the blankets and he just went to sleep right next to the kids who were all on my bed watching a movie. So it was very adorable. He just kind of hid from them while trying to be near them while he slept, which was super adorable. Yeah, that's it. They like him. They like him a lot. My coffee didn't work to wake me up, but the stream is. I'm glad we could help. Has Cal found apple cords yet? If yes, how many have been chewed through, and when will you learn? So Cal, did you say specifically apple cords? Like, is there something about apple cords relative to other cords that are tempting? Because I'm not an Apple household. So no apple cords in this house, not that I know of. I guess technically I have AirPods, so I might have those. Cal, I was prepared for anything that could go south with cords and Cal. And I'm not saying things won't change, but so far nothing's gone wrong yet. So far, like I have a few things. I have cord protectors. I also have that spray that like disincentivizes them. I was prepared. But Cal does not seem to be someone who cares about electric cables yet. And I'm hoping we can keep it that way. Time decision. I want to adopt another cat. Why would you do that? You're a freaking rat. Why? That's terrible. It'll eat you. But I'm still debating the drawbacks. I hear cats prefer a friend though. You're not. You're a food. Don't do that. Brian, and despite the lack of description, I demand that they take my money. Oh, Spearfire. Got it. I wasn't sure what we were talking about. So me, I caved and gave the money too. So Spearfire, I think Spearfire is a very good game. The only critique I had of it, well, not the only critique, the main critique I had of it is the fact that I do question, will I prioritize playing this big box open world kind of experience versus just playing Unsettled or Vindication if I want competitive. Meaning instinctively, if I want competitive or solo/co-op, I already have 2 great games from Orange Nebula. Spearfire's biggest enemy is the other games from Orange Nebula. But I also am very excited for it. So that's the potato over there. Time discussion, LMAO. Stacy, I'm debating the same thing for my cat. Getting another cat? Do you mean getting another cat? So no decisions are made yet, but I think there's a decent chance that I get another cat at some point. No decisions are made yet. I just know that the kids like Cal. I like Cal. It's not going to be board games, okay? We're not going to have a room full of cats. That's not going to happen. But another cat, that may well happen. Anyways, we are approaching 2 o'clock, and I unfortunately do have a 2 o'clock call. So, because of that, I'm going to wrap this up a bit earlier rather than pushing it to the very, very, very end like I sometimes try to do. I will say, what do I want to say? I feel like there's something I did want to say this stream, but I don't remember what it was. That did go fast. It's been a little chaotic. Honestly, since I stepped in the door and the XP thing started, it's been a non-stop 55 minutes. But I feel there's something I wanted to say. There's something I specifically wanted to cover on the stream. I was going to do it when I first started, and then we just got sidetracked by XP. Was it about... Oh, it's not material. I mean, at this point, it's not material. What I was going to say, I remember now, is based on Monday's video, or Sunday's video, the turning off comments one, like I invited conversation. If you are someone, but I mean, there's 50 of you currently watching, if you are someone who emailed me and did not get a response, it's coming. At this point, I've done something like 70 responses, and I still have like 30 left. I'm doing like 5 or 10 a day right now while I try to keep up with life, because they're long emails. Like, they're not just like a little comment reply. I'm getting a lot of long emails from people that I want to reply properly to. So I've replied to the majority of people at this point, but I still have 30 or so left. If you did not get a response from me and you happen to be watching the stream, it is coming. It's not going to be, it is coming. It's just, you know, I'm getting to a few a day right now until I close out the list. Professor Meg, no stream in the next 2 weeks. Yes, correct. There is, well, I'm not sure. I might be adjusting the days of the stream for the next 2 weeks, but we'll see. I gave Alex a break and didn't send in the book email. the book email. You and I have been talking via, what book email? You and I have been talking via Discord, but I don't know about the book email. Anyways, oh, the book email, got it. You just send like book email. We're talking instead, hopefully. Yeah, no stream the next 2 weeks. On Thursday, I might try to readjust the days. We'll see, but that time will tell. And will be the last few comments. I thought the video about turning off comments was really well done. Thank you very much. Thank you for the stream. A good game, provide ACS and Brian. All my emails turn into books. Brian, your emails are fantastic. Sometimes a conversation can get through so much. And I hopped on conversation. Another thing I've done, by the way, like I offered to hop on calls. I've done 3 calls and like 70 emails. I enjoy the calls so much more, but they take so much more time. Like I like talking about stuff. I like having conversations. They just take a lot of time. In any case, now that I'm down to 3 minutes left, which is an appropriate amount enough time, I'm going to say thank you all for being here. A good game to Petrified, ACS, and Brian. I will see you sometime soon, possibly next week, possibly not. And as always, I hope you have a good one.